New guest.
What is going on, everybody? We are back. This is episode 23.
Holy crap.
Yeah, episode 23 of the Weekly Anabolic. We are crushing it. And we got a guest on today.
What's up, everyone?
Decided to bring on Haley. And we're going to answer some questions and do our normal do. Brandon, how's things going, man?
Going well.
Yeah.
Going really well, man. Yeah. It was a solid week. I had a lot of fun. It was mellow. I got some stuff done. Wasn't nearly as hectic as your week, apparently. How was your week, sir?
Lots of bamboozling.
Oh yeah.
So much bamboozleness. Plenty of things that we won't go into on this podcast, but
Yeah.
I worked a lot. So
You worked like 90 hours last week.
92 hours at my formal job that the government knows about.
Mm-hmm. They're like listening in right now. They're like, yep, docked.
Yep. Yeah, I think 50 to 55 of those hours were in the last like 3 days of the week. I guess 4 days. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We just had a big issue at work, and it was my on-call week, so nice. But yeah, pretty crazy week, but we still got all the shit done that we needed to get done. It was honestly really productive. Got a lot of stuff done for coaching and just other things, and still managed to lift and all that stuff, except for Saturday, Sunday, and then yesterday. So slightly crying inside, but it's fine.
How do you feel now? Do you feel good now?
I'm still recovering, to be honest. I'm tired, a little beat up.
He looked like stoned all day yesterday. He was so tired.
But yeah, we're almost back. I slept like a fucking rock last night, so that was awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, so we're rolling back into it. We'll get into training in a bit, but how was your week, Haley?
Also lots of bamboozling. Work-wise, like it was good. I'm gonna be starting to work a lot of hours between 3 different jobs starting next week. So 0 to 100 real quick, but it's really good. And coaching's kind of taken off for me over the last couple of weeks, which has been really awesome. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haley's blowing everybody out of the water right now.
It didn't happen for a long time, and now we've gotten.
There was no slowly to it. It was it was instantly boom.
Straight to the upper level.
One Facebook post with the right people.
Yeah, that's how it works. So that's business as long as you have the groundwork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's important to lay the groundwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard everyone always say like, oh, there's someone like the business side. Like I hate the business side of like personal training and things like that. And I like never really understood like what all that meant until
and then you start and you're like,
until you're like, wait, all I have is the brains for this stuff. And I don't know how to like,
I don't know how to market. I don't know how to do finances.
Yeah.
I wrote the greatest ad at like 4 a.m.
I feel like all the best ideas come like late at night.
Well, is that the one you told me about today, or
was that today? That was yesterday. Yeah. So I, for this week, I'm putting together 3 or 4 different ads that I'll be putting out, and they're all video ads, so that'll be fun.
Cool.
And they're all focusing on like different things that my ideal client like struggles with. And so for the one that I wrote at 4 a.m. was about like plateaus and just like getting stagnant in the gym.
Not the one you told me about. It's not the one you told me about today.
Oh.
Different one.
Oh yeah, the one that I was talking about today was about body image.
Yeah. That's why I said as soon as you said plateau, like I'm like that's.
Oh yeah, no. So this one about plateaus, it's so good, and I wrote it when I had like half a brain cell.
So really, I feel like I need to go and read this to make sure. Like,
No, it is
actually
good.
okay.
It is good. And I've got like all the camera transitions written in there, and like the whole scene is set. It's gonna be
Oh,
awesome.
dang. You got candles and everything, Brady.
Yeah, man.
He's
Like
setting the
taking
mood.
this thing on a date. Let's go.
Cool.
But-
Cool. Wow.
But yeah, I reread it back. I was like, wow, that actually came out quite nicely.
This is powerful. This is powerful stuff here.
Yeah. So I'm hyped that that one's done. But now I can't write any of the others for the life of me. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know what to
You need to
write.
be on call again.
Yeah, I guess I gotta stay up till 4 a.m.
Yeah, dude. You got to be on that Taiwan time, dude.
It's like college, you know. It's one of the best.
The best work
the
happens
best work
after
happens.
midnight.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
crunch time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's exciting. But Brandon, what'd you weigh this morning?
I knew you were gonna ask me, and I was ready. I weighed in at 146 this morning.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. I think the
Big.
last
I don't want to get to my head.
Yeah, the last time I asked you, you were 143. So
Hey, okay.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
But I do have
Yeah,
a
dude.
serious question.
Hey,
How much of that
yes.
is your hair?
I was gonna say, like maybe like a third of that weight has probably gone straight to my head. So yeah. And when it's like, I come out of the shower, it's like can't even, probably an extra like 2 pounds.
Oh, hold on.
No, you're good.
That brings up, so when do you weigh yourself? You don't weigh yourself after you get out of the shower, do you?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, no, it first thing in the morning
Gotcha.
after le baño. If I got
Yes.
anything in there,
Yeah.
I give it,
Okay. Dude, during that night that I was up till 6 with the on-call, I just kept weighing myself like every hour, and I was just watching my weight drop.
Yeah.
I stopped eating.
Yep.
I stopped eating, so I was just like watching my weight go down. I was like, oh my God. I'm getting
Into
shredded
the wee
by the
hours of the
minute.
morning. Yeah, dude. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually gonna drop under 200 pounds.
Okay.
I lose my man card.
Damn it.
Yeah. Nick decided that we're going to probably drop down to about 198.
Okay.
My body should be a little bit happier there. So a little bit further to go.
Mm-hmm.
To drop. I talked to them about it. I was like, dude, I hate this stage. I hate feeling like I'm just in limbo, right? And he tried to reassure me and let me know that everything's okay. It's not just wasted time, because it honestly does. It feels like wasted time because I'm not really going either direction.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to off season, but I'm trying to lose weight right now, and like, what am I doing?
Yeah. You're in like this weird little like recomp stage, right?
Yeah.
Where you're just trying to you're trying to get a little stronger.
We're still trying to push training like we always, training never really stops being fun, but we stopped pushing food because we're trying to regain like the proper health markers and, getting myself hungry and adaptive and all that stuff. And it's just weird.
It's not what you think in off season.
It's not. Yeah. Well, it was so fun going from like 160 to 200, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like
you did was eat.
Yeah, I really still don't feel like I eat that much. Like I really don't think I do. There was never a point in that whole time where I was like, I'm stuffed, I can't eat anymore.
Well, I mean, if it's done right, it really shouldn't feel like that, at least until a certain point.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know, but sitting in limbo has been kind of weird, especially mentally. Just because it's very driven by progress, and I want to go one direction or the other and have it be definite. But we've just kind of we've been sitting for like 2 months.
I was gonna ask. Okay.
It feels super long, and it's almost a bit discouraging because you're like, it really shouldn't take that long. And so now I'm starting to feel like I'm just wasting time.
Yeah.
and I don't like that. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's what's going on, but I'm just trusting the process. That's why I have a coach.
Yeah. You're also like, oddly enough, you're in a really good spot too. Just because you want it so bad, like you're in this spot where you're in the gates and you're raring to go. That's the best case scenario.
Yeah, we're waiting to open back up.
Yeah.
You know, we're laying the foundation again.
Mm-hmm.
We've built up, and now we don't have anything sure-footed to stand on. So we're laying a new foundation so we can build again. That was actually a really good way to put that. That made sense to me.
Yeah. Me too.
And so yeah, I'm trusting the process, and I'm sure we'll be back on our way, hopefully before too long. You know, I'd hate to get too far into 2021 and still be doing this, you know, especially because I kind of wanted to do a show in 2022. And so I just want to be as big as possible.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but just because you say you want to do a show in 2022 doesn't mean like you're like January 2022, I gotta do a show. Like,
well,
you have all
the thing is, you know, I know I'll prep for at least 20 weeks.
Well, yeah.
Right. And so 20 weeks is 4 months. And really most
It sounds so much longer when you say it like that.
It is long. It is long. Yeah. Wait, no, 20 weeks is 5 months, even longer. Right. And so now we're already almost half a year of diet. So I really only have so long, especially if I want to do a show before December.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's one of those things that it seems like it's super far away, but in the time that it actually, in the time that it actually takes to be in the right position for it, it's super soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you want to do a show in 22 or in 2022.
Yeah.
But like, don't let that like get in your head, because I think just because you've been in limbo for like 2 months now, you're starting to be like, well, fuck, is this gonna happen? Am I gonna have enough time? Can I get big enough? Like, I think you're just mentally getting into that panic mode when really like
I'm just ready to move a direction again.
Yeah, but that's that's like panic mode for you.
Sure.
Everything about you is go, 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 go. And then the second that you like have to take a step back and just let things settle, you're like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So
you do like to stay busy.
That actually brings up a really good question that we might as well answer now.
Oh, segue.
Good segue. We might as well answer now, and then I want to jump back into something else before we actually get into questions. But a question that I kind of had for today was, is it necessary? This was actually a question that was asked. Is it necessary to have an adaptation phase after bulking to get your body to hold more muscle when you start cutting? Do you know what I mean by that question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, could you say that one more time?
Okay. Is it necessary to have an adaptation? I'm almost positive they
like a specialization.
Just essentially a maintain phase.
Okay.
After bulking to get your body to hold more muscle when you start cutting. What's your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I would try to hold on.
You just took someone through an off season, and you're like, okay, we're gonna diet back down. You're fresh off, you know, you've just been off seasoning to this point. Do you just straight turn around, or do you hold them for a couple of weeks?
I would hold them for a couple of weeks.
Agree. Yeah. And that's just to make sure that everything is settled and you can kind of get your settling point, up where it is. And then when you start your cut, you'll be in a better position. This is super bro sciencey, but fresh muscle is generally the first thing to fall off when you start dieting. Just because it hasn't had the time to mature on your body yet. And so having that time to kind of maintain the peak of your bulk, basically, is just a good way to help the muscle settle a little bit more. And the concept is that it will hold on better. I don't know of any studies of that, but the bro science says so. And in a field of science that's so new, sometimes you got to just listen to anecdote. And I don't think there's any hindrance to maintaining. for a couple of
No.
weeks,
Well, also like
4-8 weeks, maintain, and then start whatever you're doing.
Well, also like, I mean, if you just think about the human body in general, like it doesn't really do good with like quick changes anyways. So like if you were building for so long and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I guess we're gonna like go back down, like it would make
Change
more
direction.
sense to let it like settle and like you said, like develop and get used to where it's at before you try and put another new stressor on it.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a good.
It's just like, I mean, when you're telling a client or something that's like dieting, like you're not gonna all of a sudden just like strip a bunch of calories out of nowhere and be like, hey, have fun. Like
Right.
it really
Yeah, I
can
mean,
mess with
when
things.
you finish a diet, that's the whole concept of reversing out. You just kind of reverse back out of your bulk, I guess. It's not quite the same, but the concept is there, right? Give yourself some time to make the actual adjustment instead of fully switching directions, right?
Yeah.
I also agree.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, that was that question. I just wanted to cover that because it worked. But Brandon, best thing, worst thing. Oh man.
God. Best thing. Best thing was probably my row. Front squats actually went really well too. My row and my front squat, they went well. Thank you. Yeah, I was actually up on my front squats and I actually nailed it for a couple more reps than I thought. I had the infamous like plate and a half. I hit it like one time for I think like 5 one day. That was like weeks ago. And then I just never hit it like again after that. So like getting at least like 2 10s on either side there was nice. So I'm close.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Just felt way better that time around. And the rows also felt pretty good this time around too.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
What have you talked with Nick about what your strategy is kind of moving forward with that?
We still haven't he hasn't touched my programming yet.
Okay.
which I think we're like 2 weeks into that now. Like I think I'm just gonna roll through this split one more time again.
Yeah.
Like one of those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too sure. We had initially talked. I think we kind of went over that. He wanted to pull the row just to let the fatigue through my lats kind of chill so that I could handle my front squats a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we have yet to touch programming. So we're just gonna rock this for another week and we'll see how it goes. And I'll talk to him if I get duffed by front squats again.
Nice, man. Those are some good best things.
Yeah. And the worst thing, I will admit I missed a session with one of these clients because I thought I had put it in my calendar, and I've been like really going off my calendar now. Like everything's in my calendar because I've been scheduling people like left and right.
So much going on.
Yeah. And like basically I just didn't have her scheduled in and I missed it yesterday while I literally had like my stove on and this burger like all adoboed and I was like just about to enjoy it. And then I get a call from Lauren and she's like, yo, you got a client here waiting for you. I'm like, what? No. So I like wrapped my boiga, went to my car, and then they were like, oh, she's only able to stay till like 6 and it was like 5:30. So I was like, fuck, like, okay, we're gonna have to reschedule. So we rescheduled and we did. I rescheduled it already. So it's all good. Monday, 5 o'clock. It's happening.
There you go.
Yeah, so that was probably like the worst thing out of everything. Which I can't really complain about, Worst things could have happened.
I suppose. But hey.
Yeah. What about you, Brady? Best thing, worst thing?
God, I don't even remember the gym this week.
Yeah.
God. I squatted. I back squatted for the first time in a while just because I wanted to.
Nice.
That was fun.
Good.
I threw up a PR, so that was fun.
Hell yeah.
It really wasn't anything special. I did 3 plates for 10. uh, which isn't really surprising considering I can front squat 3 plates for, more than 6. So, but it still felt good. First time I've squatted in like months and months and months and months.
Good shit, dude.
But yeah, so that was fun. Bulgarian split squats are getting ridiculous. We took out the occlusion, and we're now gonna bilaterally. We're gonna bilaterally. Fuck. We're gonna load them in both hands. Okay.
Nice. And what is that for? Your lunge?
No, my Bulgarian.
Bulgarian.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
The worst exercise to ever exist.
Yeah. I was a little bit surprised that we got it changed. I was still doing them occluded.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it to 120 for 16. And I really wanted to get 20, but my leg just loses feeling. I can't feel my leg anymore. And so I got stumped at 16 twice. I was pretty sad about that.
Ouch.
Like I was moving through them all good. And then I finished, like I got through the 16th. I went down for 17 and I just like got stuck at the bottom. I was like, I can't stand back up for some reason. My leg stopped working. So now we're going to bilaterally load them. Oh, I got it that time. Nice. And yeah, we're going to fucking rock those. The gym goes up to 150s. So
damn,
we're going to.
If you get up there, you'll probably be the only person to have touched that in a very long time.
I've seen a guy touch the 150s. It's so funny that all of the dumbbells in the gym match. Except the 150s are different. They're
like the whole last little like stack of them is totally different.
Like the 150s, they remind me of like circus dumbbells. They're like cast iron and like rounded and
okay, yeah, like straight like 1940s kind of
right.
Yeah. It's like the gym literally said, all right, well, we have a certain budget and nobody uses them anyway. So
nobody's really gonna touch them. So these cast iron dumbbells are fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think my goal is to do those.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can have 300 pounds of Bulgarian.
That's goddamn.
That sounds.
That's a dirty amount of weight, dude.
It is.
What do you feel a difference between the bilateral and the unilateral?
I have no idea. I've never done bilateral.
Oh, okay.
I just got my new program.
Gotcha. Oh,
by the way, I don't have a single barbell movement in my pressing in any of my push days.
Do you really?
Yep. They're gone.
Wizardry.
I
don't know. Yeah, Nick
no,
was like,
honestly,
hey, they're gone.
I honestly think it'll be a good change of pace because I'm just frustrated more than anything with push days. So
yeah, I feel that.
It'll be a good change up.
Huh.
Wow. I do have a Smith press though. I have an overhead on the Smith, so.
Oh. Yeah.
But I like that one. I like Smith overhead. Honestly, I like it way better than like normal barbell overhead.
Yeah.
I like that the path is just chosen for me, and then I can just like move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my whole program is so weird. The new one is very, very different.
Is it?
To be honest, yeah. So.
Like how so?
Rep ranges are super different. It's a bit less top set, down set stuff. A bit more machine work. Let me pull it up. Maybe I've got it. I won't put it on the screen for the sake of, I don't know, Nick.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in here. What the hell? Oh, there it is. All right. We're pulling her up. Block 5. It's so weird on my screen like this. Leg days actually are still pretty similar.
Oh, you were blocking lunges now.
Where?
Right under your Bulgarian split. Oh, that's part of your prep movement.
Your prep movements, yeah.
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait a second.
Yeah, no. I
Try to imagine you doing blocking lunges.
Why? Why is that funny?
Just because I know that you would go so hard that you would just like end up dropping in the middle of the gym.
I have no shame falling over. Yeah, so leg day is the same. Oh my God. Yeah, like I've got rest pauses and drop sets now. And those sorts of things. Like for my push days, I start with deficit push-ups, rest pause to 50. And then Smith overhead press, hammer strength incline, and then more normal stuff. My pull looks pretty similar because we've been making good progress on those, so we kept that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you guys kind of change that like relatively recently?
Yeah, we just pretty much moved my pull down pretty recently, last month or so. Yeah, and then legs B, I have bilateral loaded Bulgarians, but they're my fourth movement. So that'll be interesting.
Okay. What are they usually for you?
They were first.
Really?
Recently, because we pulled out front squat.
Okay. I still do my Bulgarians after.
Yeah, we pulled my front squat out though.
Okay.
And so Bulgarians were second after my front squat, and now they're first because we just took the movement out.
Okay.
Yeah, so on this leg day, I actually start with a Smith squat.
So maybe this is like a feeder program right now. Like he's kind of like tapered back on the amount of like high barbell intensity, like high skill movements, things that like really kind of break you down. And now you're kind of doing like pushy, feely, squeezy thingies.
Yeah, I think
and like deloading yourself a little bit.
More bodybuilder things than powerlifting things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think your body's gonna appreciate that little break.
I hope so, and I hope it kind of takes it and like fills out.
Yeah, that's also what I'm thinking.
I've pushed strength super far, and I've grown, but I don't think I've grown as much as I possibly could have. But now I have the runway to actually grow a lot.
Yeah, you build up the strength for it. So now you can do all these other movements without being like.
Now I can put on size.
Yeah.
And have a lot of room before I hit like a strength wall again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna feel a lot easier on your joints and everything too.
Maybe I'll get good pumps.
You'll actually get a
some
pump.
Sessions where I just like I can't even tell if I have a pump or not.
It's pretty much same. Unless I'm doing like a machine press, that's like the only time I get a pump.
Yeah. So it's
Brady's like, yeah, what the heck is going on here?
There's something about this. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. This is really pumpy. On my second push day, my first movement is again deficit push-ups, but I just do clusters of 8 until I can't do it again. Until I have 2 sets where I can't do 8.
Damn.
Like,
okay, that is
super pumpy.
Yeah, that's pretty pumpy.
Yeah, and then I've got machine flies with like a triple drop.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm very interested with
my programming is nothing like. Well, I mean, I still have like my initial programming, but like that's crazy. Yeah, that's very different.
Oh my God. I just found this. He changed an adductor thing for me. So we still do calves and adductors every day. But now on one of my days, my adductors is 5 clusters of 4 reps.
Ugh. Wow.
I'm gonna have to load that. Like,
yeah, that's super heavy.
Yeah.
Huh.
This
Damn.
could be fun.
That it actually sounds like a really fun
It
kind
does
of
sound fun.
program, though. I think
Yeah,
it does
I think
sound
I'm gonna
fun.
have a lot of fun with it. Maybe
Yeah.
I can get photos with the pump now.
Yeah, dude. The pumps are coming.
That'll be
Gonna
fun.
get pumpy, all right?
Ooh, we're getting a little pumpy.
Pump it up.
Yeah.
Pump it.
Um,
Nice, dude.
oh, I
Cool.
never answered a worst thing though.
True.
Worst thing was definitely just my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
You know, my sleep
Mhm.
got fucked real bad.
Taiwan time, dude.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're gonna be good.
Yep.
Um,
Still alive.
I'm gonna have a fun session in the storage unit today because I haven't lifted in the storage unit in a long time, and I think it'll be a fun, just like random change of environment and be super raw.
I think you're gonna walk in, see your Luke banner, and just be like, "It's go time."
Actually, I have the Luke banner in the van
Well, why is it in there?
because I wasn't sure what I was doing with all of it.
Yeah, that's
Like I have the barbell in the van too.
okay. So then you have to walk in
Wearing the
Luke
Luke
banner as
banner.
like,
yeah, like over you.
Maybe when we move, I'll have Luke actually just be my backdrop.
That'd be cool.
Maybe.
split our office.
It's huge, dude. The banner is huge.
Yeah, it's very huge.
Yeah.
It's big.
Where'd
It's
you get
a
it?
rocket. What?
You get it off the website or something?
I got it off when it all first happened. There was a whole bunch of stuff kind of selling like some memorabilia of his, so I got one. Yeah, but it's like a whole blanket. It's not actually a blanket, it is like a banner, but it's big enough to be a blanket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think that'll be fun today. Just like do some compounds. I'm gonna do legs again today, even though my last session was legs. But I haven't trained in like 3 days.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hit legs. I'm pretty low on weight. I'm gonna be honest. The last time that I did like
That's my
work in the gym, I RDL'd like 100 pounds less than I do now.
What?
So yeah,
Today might be a little bit of a.
That's all right though.
Figuring it out.
Yeah,
but-
I'll be okay though.
That was just like a fluke kind of a thing.
Well, no, I've just gotten stronger since the last time I was in my storage unit.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I just don't have enough. I had enough
don't have
weights
plates.
back then,
Mhm.
but I don't quite have enough weights anymore.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you said that you were down 100 pounds on your RDL or something like that, and I was like,
Oh.
when did that happen?
Yeah. I have some days that are like that.
Damn.
But
Isn't that crazy?
it is crazy.
Like if everything
That's good
isn't like
perspective.
perfect, yeah,
But yeah, it'll be fun. You know, I'll do whatever I gotta do in there.
Mhm.
I am supposed to RDL today, but maybe we'll make it a little bit pumpy.
Pump it up.
Pumpy, yeah.
Pump it
up.
Welcome to the
Okay.
party.
Haley, best thing, worst thing.
Hey.
Best thing is I've gotten a ton more clients for like coaching over the last like
Woo.
pretty
Nice.
cool.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, so I've had a ton of consultations between like in-person and online coaching, which has been super cool.
Yeah.
But so it's like super, I get like so much anxiety over my consultations. Like I sit in front of like the computer for like 5 minutes. I'm like, don't be awkward. Don't
You're like doing breathing drills.
And then I'm like, you're just talking to somebody, like relax.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been cool. So I've been doing a ton of like programming over the last week and a lot of at-home work, which has been good. And you don't leave.
I don't leave this chair. Whew, sweating.
Worst thing. Squats have been pissing me off lately, and so it has like my A push day.
Mm.
Like the last 2 times
yeah.
I've benched, it's been like horrible. And squats, like I just feel like I can't, like even with doing my prep movements and everything, like I just feel like I've mentally like reblocked it so that I just can't like squat something I should be able to squat. And it's really frustrating.
Yeah. Well, we'll have
This happened recently?
Yeah, like the last 2 times I've done a push session, like my bench press has just been like not where it was like 4 weeks ago, which part of it, like some of the sessions I did like train in the morning because I had other things going on later in the day. So like I didn't have food in me and like my body's just not used to it. So like I can't be all mad at that, but
yeah.
Aren't you down a couple pounds too, though, as well?
Yeah.
You're down like 10 pounds, aren't you?
Yeah. And it's just, I think that's also something that's like frustrating.
Pressing strength is always the first thing to go. Which sucks.
Yeah.
Like the shreds is fun, but like I feel like a little bitch.
Welcome to the club.
You did have a crazy bench. You did your best bench was 125 for 8, right?
Yeah, and now I can only get like 6 on
Okay. Yeah.
Still pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, but like how much better would it be if I could do like 135 for 5, you know? But I don't know. That's not really what I want to train and get as strong as I can right now, but also like I've been cutting for like since February. So
yeah, I mean, you also just within the last like month and a half actually got serious about your diet.
Yeah.
And so you've seen a lot of progress now in the diet, but it's affecting your training, obviously.
Don't you just hate that?
I know.
I get so frustrated too, because like the weight's wound up. Obviously, like I still train hard. Like I'm exhausted by the end of like by the end of everything. Like I still train as hard as possible. But in my head, I'm like, but you've done other weight before. Yeah. It's like, well, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's the psychology of a cut there.
But yeah, I think more than anything, like the squats is really getting me.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them actually. We haven't trained together in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. The alone time's been nice.
It is nice.
I don't know. It's really
it
nice
is true though.
To just go in, put your headphones in, and I'm like, just do your own thing.
Yeah.
Also, like not have to carpool there because then it's like, well, if I have to do my cardio and you're either done or it's just I don't know. But no, squatting has just been really frustrating. Like I feel like my warm-ups are great. I feel really great, and then like I actually get under the bar, and like as soon as I hit like 185 on the bar, it's like my body's like, "Whoa, you don't know how to do this. You don't know how to get back parallel anymore." And I'm like, but yes, you do.
Yeah.
So,
well, maybe we'll just change your squat. You'll front squat now.
That would be interesting. I've never like legitimately front squatted before.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the best thing to make your back squat better is to get good at front squats.
Stupid strong at front squat.
I also kind of agree now. After front squatting for so long.
If you can get good at front squats and like be good in the positioning and have control of it, back squats are such a piece of cake.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We got time to mess around. It's not like I'm competing anytime soon. So.
Yeah, like we'll look at it. I haven't seen your lifts in a while, so we'll take a look at it and see what's up.
Also, deadlifts were just like not locking in right either recently, and it's just
every day sucked.
No, not every day sucked. Like I've had good days, and like the whole rest of my workouts have been good, but like sometimes my like compound movement just does not click.
Doesn't go right,
and I get mad because especially with deadlifts because those are my favorites.
Yeah.
So like I don't move it, and I'm just like
that. I've had that happen a lot recently too, and what I've kind of started doing is I just accept that my compounds aren't going to keep doing what they've been doing up to this point, and so I kind of pull them back just like a little bit, and then I look to my next, my following movements in whatever my program is, to like really try and progress those instead,
That's kind of what I've had to do.
is like pull back that main compound a little bit and, do it well instead of just like reaching for strength.
Yeah.
Almost almost a little bit more pumpy, right?
Mhm.
My deadlift days are hard anyways. Like both days are.
All your days are hard.
Yeah, but I feel like well, I have touch and go deadies on one day, and then I have pause deads on the other. So it's like both have different challenges, and like I've been really pushing the weight on those recently too.
Right.
And I think my body was just like, hey, why don't we take it down a notch?
Yeah, you're probably just maybe a little over fatigued, but we'll look at it. At some point we can pull out the pause deads just because we did them to help you gain positional awareness coming out of the bottom.
Yeah.
But I haven't even seen like your touch and go deadlifts, so I haven't seen if they've helped.
It feels like they've helped.
We and from your increase in weight recently, I can assume that they probably helped.
Yeah, I mean they do like
so we can pull them out because they are extra
feel
taxing.
way better.
Yeah,
but
they are extra taxing to pause 2 inches off the ground.
And if you're not in the right headspace for it, it's like nah, we're gonna set this back down.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll look at it. But yeah, crazy weeks, man.
Truth.
Crazy weeks.
Only gonna get crazier.
Yeah, true that. Never ends. Never ends. All right. We're in probably like 40 minutes so far. Let's answer some questions. You feeling some questions, Brandon?
Oh yeah. Always down.
Sure.
Sure. All right.
Always down.
All right.
Stop yawning. You're
I can't stop it.
All right. We're just gonna go straight from the top. These are all questions that people have asked. All right.
Cool.
How essential are massages for muscle growth?
Non-essential for muscle growth. I would say they do help the process. They could help the process a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, essential probably isn't the right word on there. I've never gotten a massage in my life, and I've put on muscle.
Yeah.
But they can be helpful, especially if you're having a hard time getting into certain positions. They can kind of help you relax so that you have a little bit better range of motion. So they can aid in the process if that's an issue you're having.
Yeah, it's more of a recovery / like mobility thing rather than like directed towards muscle growth.
Yeah.
I was also going to
something that can aid in the process for sure. But essential, definitely not. If you don't have the money for massages, don't worry. You can still put on muscle. It's okay. In fact, probably most bodybuilders up until the last handful of years probably never got massages. That's a pretty recent thing, and it's kind of trendy right now to get all this body work done and cupping and all that shit. But you don't need it. It's one of those things that it can be helpful and it can be nice. Maybe give you that extra couple %, but you don't fucking need it.
No.
Yeah. When you think essentially, you would think that it would like you need it, or else you wouldn't get whatever you wanted to get.
Yeah.
Right. The massage is non-essential.
It's
good
really
recovery modality.
It's another tool to use if you can and if you really feel you need it. But
you would spend your money much better on a good coach than enough massages every month. You would spend your time a lot better just learning how to train harder than going and getting a massage, right? Massage and body work is one of those like last pieces of the puzzle that can be of benefit, but until you've got every other duck in a row, it's not going to be a game changer for you unless you have previous issues. So anyway, that one was a quick one.
Yeah.
All right. should you avoid direct ab training if you're trying to keep your waist small? I thought this was an interesting one, and we might have some different answers to it.
Who would like to go first?
Haley, what do you think?
You a bit on a good.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like the thing that like would make your waist look big is if you were like hitting your obliques all the time. But other than that, I mean, granted, I don't really know many like bodybuilders and stuff in general that directly hit abs anyways, just because, I mean, if you're doing like your bracing and your training right, like your abs are activated all the time anyways. So
Good point.
I don't know. I just don't nail your obliques all the time. It gets thick. Like I don't really think it's gonna affect it that much.
Okay, so should you avoid direct ab training?
I don't necessarily say like avoid it, but like it's not necessary.
Okay. What do you think, Brandon?
It's hard to black and white those questions too.
Yeah.
It's hard when you get dealt those kinds of hands. Because you want to say like maybe, but all right. So I think that like if you were to directly train your abdominals, I think the abdominals do have, they have the propensity for growth. You can grow them like any other muscle group. If you train them, they will grow. And that, you might be looking at like maybe a half inch around your waist, maybe an inch on your waist. But if you think about other things that people use or like ab training and things like that, I think that doing like vacuums and things like that are really good for kind of tapering in your waist. So it's not exactly on the hypertrophy side of things, but just kind of like the transverse abdominis, training those vacuums can kind of tighten your waist, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like it also depends on the kind of exercises you're doing.
Yeah.
Like vacuums and like any type of hold really is good because you're having everything compacted for like a certain amount of time versus like hammering out a bunch of crunches. Like,
yeah. Like I would say that if you had a set of abs, like you've already kind of familiarized yourself with what you look like, kind of shredded. If you're kind of happy with what you're working with, I would maybe just hit vacuum for a tighter waist. But I don't think maybe doing direct ab work would be something that would tighten your waist necessarily. If anything, that would maybe make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like you said, if your obliques and abdominals got a little bit bigger. I'm sorry, Brady, go ahead.
I wouldn't do ab training with the intent of progressive overload. Just because I don't think that you should be looking to really grow those muscles so much as just have them look like they're a trained muscle, right? Because a trained muscle versus a non-trained muscle look very different, even if they aren't necessarily, one's bigger than the other. One will look like if it's being used. And, as we kind of stated earlier in this question, that if you're actually lifting worth a damn, you will use your core. But I think really your best bet at keeping your waist small is actually just controlling your digestion more than anything. Yeah. Right? So I don't think you should avoid direct ab training. I think you should probably still have, a minor ab regimen in your program, just to make sure that it's continuing to be a trained muscle and it matures the same way the rest of your other muscles do, so that you don't have a random, weak spot in your physique, right? But I wouldn't look to progressively overload that training. So yeah, I would still have ab training in your program. Just don't approach it with the same intent as you approach your chest or your legs.
We've also talked about the difference between training like the function of that muscle, like just the muscle alone and how it functions during the lifts that you carry it out through, and then the actual actions. Like we had talked about doing like direct ab training as not a very, it won't make your core stronger for your squat or things like that. There's a degree of function.
I was talking from a bodybuilding perspective.
Yeah.
This is for a small waist, right? So yeah, I still think it should be in there, just so that it kind of matches the rest of your body.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't progressively overload it, just throwing hanging leg raises, right? You don't want fucking Hawaiian rolls for your stomach, right? Because it will have an effect, especially, if you got super thick abs, it'll show in your side shots. It will give almost a protruded look, right? You want them trained and you want separation through them. But if they're fucking massive, right, it does end up giving a really weird look to your midsection, right? Yeah. So trained, but not huge. So that's my take on it.
Nice.
Brandon, I wrote this question in here just for you.
Oh God.
Just for you.
God.
I think you have a great answer for it.
Oh God.
All right. This again, so every question in this list is something that was asked. Ready? Why do I vomit every leg day during the workout? And how do I fix it?
All right, listen here, man. Here's what you're gonna do. All right. I've been through this a couple times. All right. I guess it's hard to like flag exactly what's good with his case or her case. But personally, I have found that pre-workout and a pretty intense leg day just like gets my heart rate going so fast, and I can't calm down and I boot. And then I've also had other scenarios where I take no pre-workout, but I've had too much liquid, literally like immediately before, or maybe in, too soon. And too soon could right now is kind of like 30, 45 minutes, over 45. And it's like, I don't know, maybe I should wait a full hour. Like I've never felt like this before when it comes to lifting, honestly. It wasn't until we came back from quarantine that I started puking like this. But yeah, too many liquids too soon will also kind of set me off as well. And I used to eat like huge ass meals and then go on like 12-mile runs and come back fine.
Yeah.
But now I can't even like kick back a little
internal pressure now though.
Yeah, I think so. And I get like just super riled up, my heart. I think it was the pre-workout really doesn't do it justice, doesn't do my heart justice. So I haven't taken that. I've taken 2 scoops of that Total War stuff, and I don't even touch it anymore. There's just like a full bottle of it now. What else? How else can I help you? Master your stance. Make sure you're like sumo squat stance, and then you can kind of just like let it rip so that you don't ruin your shoes. And that's pretty much that. Yeah, so too much food too soon, too much water too soon, and maybe it's your pre-workout that's getting y'all riled up. Check in with that.
Pre-workout for sure.
Yeah.
You were there for the last leg day that I freaking ran to the bathroom and booted. Because, I think it was just pre-workout plus again like too much water all at once. Like I was squatting and I was like, I don't feel great. And then I went to go do single leg presses and I was like, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My heart rate was like through the roof and everything. I was like, maybe we're gonna do half a serving of pre-workout.
I have some sessions where I'm like, there is no way my heart should be beating this fast.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that because like I do like 30 minutes of cardio 4 times a week now, and I usually just do it right after my lift. My lift lasts maybe hour 15, hour and a half, and then I go do cardio. I'm like, this can't be good. Like the pre-workout is still in there making my heart like
rocket.
Yep. Yeah. I remember like sitting down after my workout and my heart rate was just like thunk, 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 thunk. And I had been sitting down for like maybe 15 minutes already. And then I noticed that my heart rate just wasn't coming down. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I still feel like crap. And then I vomit and all of a sudden I'm okay.
There it is.
Do you find also that when you boot, you're just fine after? You're like,
I've
like $1,000,000.
I've never thrown up in a workout.
Knock on some wood, Brady. I never thought it would happen to me either. Yeah. The funniest one.
One of the first times I've had it happen, like during a lifting workout.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
During swimming, all the time.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hmm.
I'm super
All the time.
conscious about like how long in between like my meal and my workout, and then how much liquids I'm actually consuming in my workout though. So I think that's why I just haven't, because especially on push and pull days, I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
I'll eat whenever, and I can drink my pre and I can drink an intro all at the same time. But on my leg days, like I gotta eat at like at least an hour and a half before the session,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to drink my pre-workout with as little water as possible. That's always just a standard that I kind of have now, is to just drink my pre-workout with a very little water. And then I actually won't drink an intra during my leg days.
Huh. Okay.
Just because the extra liquids in there just fucks me up.
Okay.
Like I start like losing my mind like halfway through the session because I feel like shit and I want to die, but I'm not gonna throw up.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of ruins the session for me anyway. So any benefit that I would be getting out of the intra,
Just not using
I'm now
it.
no longer getting it. So I essentially limit all contents into my stomach. Like I would very happily do a leg day on an empty stomach.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's going to be another tip, would be use as little liquids as possible.
Oh my,
for sure.
I remember for so long,
Dude,
when I was in college, I would drink like a whole shaker bottle as my pre-workout.
Yeah.
Like the whole fucking thing.
Damn.
That's when I really felt like shit. I was like, belly always feels so gross. And I'm pretty positive it was Nick. And he was like, dude, you have way too much water. Like you have way too much liquids in your pre-workout. Just like fucking cut it down to like 6 ounces.
Mm. Yeah.
And ever since then,
it does make a difference.
We were Gucci gang. Yeah.
It really does. Yeah. Use as little water as possible for sure. Yeah. I've puked this flavor out so many times and drank this flavor so many times. It's gone both directions. I'm so tired of it. So tired. I don't want lemon lime anymore.
I'm over it. Yeah. I'm really hoping that Chris Bumstead relaunches his pre-workout.
Oh, I hope
they took it off.
Well, it was a limited release.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'm so okay. Real quick rant about the supplement industry. I'm so fucking tired of limited release shit. Because if I find something I like and I can't go back and buy it anymore, now I got to find something else that I like, and I'm probably not going to go back to your company.
That was like the freaking pink lemonade.
Yeah, like you worked
pre-workout I had. It was so
you worked
good.
so hard to make this beautiful formula that you knew was going to sell out, right?
And you're just like,
and you're like, yeah, we're not going to sell it anymore. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated with limited release shit because maybe I want to buy more than one.
True.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta like save it and put it in a box.
Right. It's just like, and especially if it's the first time it's being released, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna buy 8 of them.
Yeah.
Because what if I don't like it? Right. And then I try it. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And now it's sold out. I'm like, you fuckers.
If you know what you gotta do, Brady? You gotta buy 2 and then sell the other one for like double the price after they take it off. And then you can buy yourself 2 more.
I guess so, but god damn, it's like
that is annoying though. I've actually never experienced that.
It's really frustrating. Because I really liked the C-Bum pre-workout.
Oh, I loved it.
It's so good.
It was good.
A little cracked out the first time I took it.
Yeah.
But then I realized,
the full scoop will crack you pretty hard.
Yeah, going full savage was not a good idea on my first.
Full savage.
Full savage. Yeah.
Straight spinal. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping they re-release it so I can buy like a couple of tubs.
Yeah, I'll get some too. We'll just have
a whole shelf of just C-Bum.
Damn. I'm like afraid to take pre-workout now, to be completely honest.
I can't do it without it. It's one of those things that's just, it's so routine and part of what I do now. Like,
yeah,
can't go.
I really miss it. I won't lie.
I'm addicted.
I do miss it. I'm addicted to the full
I can feel when it switches on. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I'm hoping they re-release that. Otherwise, I'll go back to my other pre-workout that I love, and I'll just get my hostility.
Yeah, dude,
I also
hostility
really
by
like it.
far. Yeah, by far, hostility has been the best pre-workout I think I've taken.
Yeah, it is super good. I gotta get it again. I was just enjoying C-bums, but yeah, we gotta re-up on protein because we're almost out of that.
I am too. I got like 2 scoops left.
Correction, we're not almost out of protein. We're almost out of the only protein we use.
That we like using.
You like it?
Yeah. We've got a whole shelf full of protein, and we only use one. We just keep like reordering.
Yeah, but it's so good.
It is so good.
Is it the chocolate? Yeah, it's hot chocolate.
Raw chocolate is
so good. It's like the best protein I've ever had.
Yeah.
Is it meat protein?
No, I think it's a whey.
It's whey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is like, it digests so well.
It has digestive enzymes.
And it tastes so good.
Yeah.
And it's just,
yeah, it's like eating brownie batter.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other flavors aren't bad. Like I had the peanut butter.
The peanut butter and the vanilla are both good, but the chocolate is just like a new
level.
level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that was like crack.
Yeah, quick plug. If you want to try that chocolate protein from Get Raw Nutrition, use code Gloff at checkout and support our coach.
Literally every client I have that's like, do you have a protein you suggest? I'm like, this one, and use code Gloff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I could actually really appreciate that.
Yeah, anyone that I like put protein powder in, like I'm like, go ahead and get this one because one, it's good.
So good.
2,
yeah, I actually have a link to theirs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plugging.
He doesn't even know.
No.
Yep.
We're always working in the background for him.
Literally, yeah.
Hey,
Seriously.
support the homies, right?
Yeah, for sure. But all right. Ooh, this next one's very interesting, and I think it'll kind of come down to our own personal experiences. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a shoulder impingement, and how do you fix it? You've had shoulder issues.
Yeah, but not an impingement.
I
almost tore my rotator cuff, like part of my labrum. That's totally different.
Gotcha. Well, I could talk about it. Yeah. Have you ever had any shoulder issues, Brandon?
I have not had any shoulder issues. I have kind of fixed a couple, but I have not got to my own. Like how I went about fixing them.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's like anterior shoulder pain and posterior shoulder pain. Honestly, it's different for everyone. From what I've seen is that there's usually like a couple different culprits usually, and it takes a little bit of working through. Like it's usually isn't there. There's always something wrong. But what I have figured out that kind of does work across the board is the preparatory movements. Like you increase mobility, you increase stability, and then you can kind of increase strength, and like your problem does go away. If someone like, this is going to sound super layman, but like if someone doesn't have a rear delt, like that's usually a sign to like maybe try and like build a rear delt for them.
Oh yeah.
Someone doesn't have a rear delt. They haven't bought it yet. They haven't bought it yet.
They got to go to the shop and get it. Yeah.
Rear delts are part of the DLC package. And...
Yeah.
I mean, from my own experience, I mean, I guess mine wasn't an impingement, but like I did with swimming, I had like anterior shoulder pain down through my bicep. I had tendonitis all throughout in here too. And for most people that like have like pain within like the anterior portion of your shoulder, strengthen your rear delts, strengthen your upper back to help pull those muscles back, stretch out your chest. Most people spend all day long like this. And so like this gets super tight and like your back like just kind of takes over. So if you do everything to pull it back and stretch out the front, like it helps realign everything and add your prep movements and everything into it, and like it's good as new basically.
Yeah.
Because like with me, my issues came from the fact that my chest was tight, and from swimming, my back was overdeveloped. So I was very like out of balance.
Going the wrong way in both directions.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
So.
I've found first that a lot of people misdiagnose shoulder issues. First of all, because a lot of people don't even know what's going on in there.
Yeah, like dude, you go to like, not to interrupt, but you go to a chiro. We've already done this. You go to literally any like a slew of different doctors with the same pain, and they'll say you've got a different thing.
Oh yeah, every single thing
at
is
each stop. Yeah.
Where I think most shoulder issues actually, and this is my own personal opinion from experiences, I think most shoulder issues actually originate in the subacromial space in here because it's so small. And I think you have, a handful of different nerves and like 3 different tendons that run through that space.
Yeah, it's a very small spot.
It's super small and you've got a ton of shit going through there, right? Mm-hmm. And if one of those tendons becomes irritated and then becomes inflamed, you're now your whole shoulder is fucked, right? Because you have nerves and tendons that are now filling out into this space and it hurts. And I think that's really what causes most people's shoulder pain, is, they tweak something, especially if you've been lifting for a little while. I find a lot of time that it's actually tightness through your bicep tendon. And so when that happens, it gets inflamed in there and then it fills out and then it hurts. And then you're like, oh, my shoulder hurts. And you're like, no. Well, yes, but no. And I've had it as well. And so what I did to fix mine, and this, I swear, this is my fix for like fucking everything. I hung from a bar.
Yeah, dude, the bar hangs.
Dude, it's a game changer. So what happens, so specifically to fix this issue where I had a bicep tightness, is I hung from a bar in a pronated, neutral, and supinated position so that it would force my shoulder into different degrees of rotation. And that helped kind of loosen everything back up so that the swelling could go down, and it fixed itself. But on the benefits of hanging from a bar, you are doing so much for the rest of your body because you're loosening up your lats, which direct your hips. You're loosening up your shoulders and the positioning in there, which is what we just talked about. You're doing lots of other things. There's everything in your torso is being fixed and adjusted and loosened, and positional awareness when you hang from a bar.
Like good old kinematic chain.
Yeah, everything is connected. And so allowing gravity to kind of put you into a good position, it's just super helpful.
Yeah.
So I preach to everybody to just hang from a bar. Like,
yeah.
You start your day and fucking hang from a bar for a minute and move yourself through different positions, twist your hips, posterior, anterior tilt, go through protraction, retraction, move yourself through different positions so that you're stretching one lat more than the other. Like, go through a whole sequence and you'll be surprised at how much better everything feels and how much better things move. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's one of the ultimate prep movements for me.
And it does sound like a cop out, but
it's so simple. It's such a good prep movement that I don't think enough people utilize. So I'm going to preach it till the day I die. And one day it's going to pick up. And people are going to be like, whoa, hang from a bar. I'll be like, I'm the guy.
Shallows was talking about, there's like at the shoulder and at the hip, there are 2 things that you want to check off. One in each area. For the shoulder, it's flexion and external rotation. So being able to get into this flexed arm position, up, forward. And then for the hip, it was is what you want to have. Oh, you got me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
back. And then for the hip, it was extension and internal rotation. And those were 2 things that you wanted to check off to make sure that you had like, good control over your hips. So 2 things off of your shoulder, which is exactly what the supinated and the pronated bar hang does, is that it practices that extended and
forcing you into that.
Exactly. In that really tight position. that's like a really good position for your shoulder joint to be in, for sure. So I also like that move. That was like what, I don't know if I told you about Chris, but I worked with Chris for like maybe like 2.5 hours figuring out his shoulder pain. And bar hangs was something that we did. Kettlebell bottom under was another thing that he had pain with, but then came back to me like a couple days after, and he was like, dude, I could do the kettlebells like no problem now. It's weird. And I'm like, yeah, like you just do your prep work, man. Like it's all good. So yeah, that's really what I've been doing with all of my clients with whatever kind of pain they have. I just make sure that we just like kind of like shotgun approach, do their prep work. And most of the time their pain does go away.
Most of the time it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fix your shoulders by doing your prep work and hang from a bar.
Yep.
I will preach that forever.
Bar hangs for life.
Yeah, man. They're just so good. All right. Oh, we already did that one. Okay. Last of the written questions. This one's interesting. Why is it so much common to tear pecs and biceps than to tear forearms and calves?
Because no one trains them. It gives them a chance to get torn.
Okay, that's valid.
People also like
in their defense
forearm
though.
and calves, and you think like, you know, like rep work. People hop into like bench presses and curls and stuff with weights they shouldn't even be touching. So like for those muscles, like it's way more, a lot of the injuries I see are because ego took over and they're just dicking around with something they shouldn't be doing. And that's how you get hurt.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, that's a
I definitely think that's at least one part of it.
Yeah, I think approach to training that body part is very different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like tearing a forearm is really odd.
Yeah,
that's like because usually when you're
weird one,
and it's usually the bicep that blows out when you're doing a curl. Like you would think if there was a time where your forearm would tear, your forearm would have to be like fixed and something would have to like rip your
you'd have to have something
just like up or down. Yeah. So like usually biceps like the first thing to blow out on there because it's the main mover of that arm of that joint. And you know, people ego lift the crap out of it. And then with calf tears, the calf actually has like a crazy strong tendon. Like tendons are normally pretty strong, but the calf in particular has a wicked strong tendon. And I usually see tears like that happen like in sport atmospheres when people are
because it's all about the sharp, quick movement that the tendon's now like doesn't have enough time to adjust to. That's what causes those kinds of injuries. And oh my god,
I have seen some
Achilles tendon is like one of my biggest fears.
That's crazy.
One of my biggest fears.
I will say though, I have seen some people ego lift calves like, and they just like whip out of the bottom. And I'm like,
that like does happen a lot.
Yeah.
If there was ever a time, it would be this dude loading 3 plates on this thing, just letting it go.
Yeah. I will say I also don't think in general, forearms or calves see as great a degree of flexion as the chest or the bicep does. You know, like how often are you actually loaded in this position?
Like a degree of range of motion.
Right. Yeah. Like how often is your forearm actually stretched? Right.
Or like that.
Or
like
like it. I just don't think that is done very often. Calves a little bit more, but still not quite to the degree that you'll see with biceps or
also
pecs,
like your forearm, there's so many different muscles like in this one area that you would have to like tweak something really specifically to like actually like
like you're probably tearing a couple groups is what I'm guessing it when you tear your forearm.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to think of like crazy forearm tear scenarios where like maybe people are like pro fishing. I don't know. Whipping the crap out of their wrist.
There's no good photos.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
There's no good photos. It doesn't exist.
Of strained forearms?
No, torn forearms. It's really funny. if you look at this. So I Googled torn forearm muscles, and all you just get is torn biceps.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, or
Wowza.
you got like your like the tendonitis in your elbow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's usually the most common thing that we'll see with elbows is some tendonitis. Or what's it
And
called?
I was really hoping to see like a giant ball at the end of someone's arm.
Yeah, this is just like tendonitis kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
The aftermath of repair.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, I could look at like injuries all day. Is that weird?
I think they're cool.
They're very cool.
Yeah, I used to like the whole AT scene, but then I just like got away from it. I was like, I don't know.
I think injuries are cool. I don't think I would like treating them in the way that ATs do.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
that would be very boring to me.
Yeah. It's funny that you said cool because I also say that same word. Like whenever someone's like, yeah, I had like a double knee surgery and I've got arthritis in both my hips, I'm like, cool. But like, it's not like cool. And I'm like, not cool, but like.
A friend of mine in college, my junior year, he was a senior on a football team and he tore his bicep in half.
Yeah.
And he was also like, he was in our major and he's going to med school and stuff now. And he literally came to school and he's like, yo, you want to see my MRI? I'm like, look at this stuff. It's so cool. And him and I were just like geeking out over like looking at all the scans and everything.
Yeah.
No, there's something a little bit wrong about that, but
I could geek out over that. I just feel bad when I'm like, oh, you've got arthritis in both your knees. That's awesome.
Nice.
And I'm like, but I don't mean like awesome.
like it kind of sucks for you, but like, yeah.
But it's really cool for me.
Scientifically, it's cool.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Nice.
Drink so much water.
What were we just talking about? What's the next question?
That was it.
That's it. Oh God, he's just
We
leaving
got
us.
through 'em.
Leaving us like this. God. Well, shit. How you doing, Haley?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the rest of your day?
I might also go to the storage unit to train. I'm not sure. I
There you
usually
go.
end up getting frustrated in there. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We'll see. I do have some more client stuff I got to work on. I got to write another program, and I'm working on some like macro and like tempo cheat sheets because a lot of the girls that I've taken on like don't really understand tempo. So I'm gonna put together like a graphic of like what each thing, like each step is.
Yeah.
But yeah, just more work.
Cool. It's fun though, you know.
It's fun. It's nice to be busy, and
it is. It's cool having people come through too, and like especially when you go from like not having a lot of work to having some work, you're like, ooh, like I can't wait to jump on this shit.
Yeah. Well, it's also really fun too, because like one of the clients that I just got like last week, like most of them have been like weight loss focused, and she also wants to like lose fat, but she's also a power lifter. So like I build a beast, and
I was gonna say she's probably a beast then.
Yeah. So that's gonna be cool because I can definitely relate to her a lot better than some of the other girls.
I think I just broke my back.
I broke my back.
Oh
shit! He's hobbling over here. Did you pick up a bag of mangoes?
No.
I was gonna say
that happened to me once. I tweaked my back moving a bag of mangoes from the freezer into our cart.
Fuck.
Yeah, literally. The stupid stuff like that gets you hurt.
That's how I every time.
That's how it always goes though. It's like long car, like I can literally RDL and row and front squat and
then I do one thing without thinking in my daily life, and I'm on the ground like
yeah.
You know you're a performance athlete. You're only good at the thing that you're supposed to do.
Only good when you're moving.
Yeah.
Seated though, like long as what'd you say?
I said that's my entire life. I don't do good.
I
trip over my own feet walking.
I thought you said don't get me started on the plantains. I was like, the plantains threw your back out too? Like, damn, you gotta stay away from fruit.
I got a problem with fruit.
Moving fruit. Is that a plantain? I don't move plantains. I haven't moved a plantain since 89. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, long car rides kill me.
Yeah.
Anything longer than like 3 hours and I get like kind of locked up.
Really?
Yeah.
I think this chair is killing me.
That's why I want a gaming chair, dude.
Not any better.
8 hours of comfort.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what they say.
All I'm gonna say is I don't know many gamers that have great hips.
Is it lies? Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
The people that are glued to their computers all day literally walk around
Like the molds of their chairs.
That's me.
yeah.
People
Like
can
the
probably
hunchback
use
of
them
Notre
as chairs.
Yeah, damn. It's all
That'd
right.
be an interesting niche to get into, honestly, like just gamers, you know?
Yeah,
That could be a little weird.
the problem is,
Probably not your demographic, Haley.
Yeah, maybe not.
of course, James Hollingshead is a gamer now.
He does. Yeah, dude.
He games all the time.
I know.
I feel like it's so weird. I'm like, do you even bodybuild anymore? I'm like, I don't even know what he's doing. He's
I
like,
know. I actually
He's like
don't.
getting ready to start his prep for the Olympia though. But
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess someone's been in his off season.
yeah,
He's been very low key, I feel like.
yeah, he has been pretty quiet.
Can we acknowledge the fact that like Fuad shaved his beard?
Oh my
off?
god, yeah.
Did he? What does he look like? I've got to look at this.
It's weird. I told him
It's so
he's
funny.
he's not Papa Fuad. It's just Fuad now until the beard comes back.
It's so funny.
Is there a
For
picture of
while,
him?
He was just rocking a mustache for a little bit. But yeah, he lost a bet
Yeah.
to Guy.
Freaking guy.
I'm only seeing old pictures of him. Was it on his stories? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, he's doing some Bulgarians.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Huh.
actually shaved it live on his podcast. It was awesome.
That's funny.
But
Wow. Yeah.
Crazy.
What do you guys think? Beard, no beard?
Beard.
Definitely beard.
Definitely beard.
Yeah, definitely beard.
I
yeah.
appreciate that he did it live, but he needs the beard. It's part of who he is now.
Yeah.
It's how I know
It's his
him. It's how
identity.
it's kind of how I've always known him. He's had the beard for a long time now.
Yeah.
But, what do you think? Beard or no beard?
Yeah. Yeah, Brady. I think we should definitely we
Dude.
should keep whatever we have.
We could combine what we have and it'd still be shit.
We would have like half a beard probably. And it'd still be spotty.
Just like fucking grow. How about that? Just
You know what's so weird? So I have this like shaver thing with like a guard on it, and I like hit my right side, but it for some reason when I hit the left side, it's like longer. But then when I don't change the adjustment, and then I hit the right side, and then it literally looks like all of my hair just like disappeared from my right side, and I'm like, what's going on?
Where'd
What's
it
going
go?
on here? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Facial hair just wasn't my I wasn't meant to grow facial hair, I guess.
Yeah, me either.
I feel for you, Kylie.
I
feel
just
for
got
you.
a new razor, like
Yeah.
electric razor,
Oh my god.
so I can shave my body now.
Okay.
It's like it has like a little like boomerang thing to
It
connect
came
the
with an
razor
attachment so I
you
can shave
reach
my
the
back.
Like a extendo, like a selfie
Yeah,
selfie
It
stick.
literally
Grab it.
unfolds. It's in
Oh, where'd you put
under
it?
the sink.
Oh my.
With all the-
Hey, where's my shaver? Where's my back shaver?
It's sitting out on the counter. Like I put it in the bathroom.
Getting it all hairy.
No, that'd be gross. I would have yelled at him for that. But it's just he just has like the connector laying out. I'm like, just put it with the rest of your stuff.
Well, I wasn't gonna use it. My back's not hairy.
Well, you know, it might be one day.
It
So
might be one. But look at this. Okay, ready?
Whoa.
And then it hooks in here, and then you just actually it kind of doubles as a nice back scratcher, to be honest.
Wow. It looks like a stapler.
yeah, love
It's
that. Stapler or boomerang, just like
Wow. Yeah, you could literally like throw that across like a hedge bush or something and just like give it a nice trim.
But yeah, so I got a new one.
Wow.
It's actually pretty nice, to be honest.
Wow. Well,
Got a new
fuck.
toothbrush too.
Well, now I feel like,
got a new toothbrush.
dude,
This thing has 5 different settings.
did you get the oral? What is it like the Oral B like 500 or some shit?
No, this one I just bought a cheapo because
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't even go with a name brand, but I just felt like I felt like testing out the 5 different settings.
Nice.
It's so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like
shit.
there's like a pulsing setting.
Yeah, dude. I also just got a new toothbrush. The toothbrushes are crazy now.
Toothbrushes are crazy now.
They're totally off the hinge, man.
They got,
I still don't have an electric toothbrush.
you should get one. They're super fun. I'm telling you.
Christmas
in April.
He's coming.
Oh, birthday's way past.
Yep. There's nothing.
Nope.
You have to beg on the streets for toothbrush money.
Yeah.
Or I'll just get one from Big Jeff.
Big Jeff.
Big Jeff.
Jeff Bezos.
Ah,
Big Jeff.
I was like, Big Jeff is like your toothbrush dealer or something, like down the street.
Order shaker bottles.
Yeah, same.
Mine it smells like old protein, and it's
God dang.
ruining future protein drinks for me.
I think
It's bad.
I'm starting to think that maybe shaker bottles should probably just be like a disposable item. And so you just like keep the shaker bottles and just replace them like every 3 months. You know, 3 or 6 months.
Yeah, like you
Because
have
they
like
get-
your main shaker.
They get pretty
Yo,
nasty.
all right. So these toothbrushes, they also get off the hinge pretty. Same thing with these razors, dude. I see what they're doing now. My mind is clicking. I see what they're doing. So with my toothbrush, that thing, I don't know how long it lasts, but that toothbrush knows, or so it says it knows. It's basically just going to send me a new toothbrush in the next like 3 months, 4 months or some shit. So you can like set that up. Similar with the razor, like my razor will go, will turn from like solid steel to like greenish or something, like it gets like pigmented with green, and that will let you know that it's up.
Oh, like the blades on it. Yeah.
What if we had like shaker bottles that you had like the shaker bottle itself, right? But you put like your disposable shaker inside of it that you could just throw away after you use it a few times. And then we just have like, we send them like 3 or 4 like a month or some shit.
That sounds
So,
really redundant.
you
Like,
want-
why not
Just hear me out.
You want me to put a liner in the shaker bottle?
Essentially.
Yes.
Why?
Well, well,
Is it because you have like a cool design on your shaker bottle and you don't want to throw it out?
maybe you could customize it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have that one shaker bottle, but instead of having like a bunch of different ones or one that just got stanky and then you threw out, you could have just like someone ship you a new one, just a new liner.
A new liner. Interesting. Then you'd only need one.
Then you would only need one.
Shaker bottle, but a bunch of liners.
Yes.
Right. So
I'm out on this one.
Damn it. I just need 2.5 million, Haley. Come on.
these are
And for
ideas
that, I'm out.
that would never work.
But you know what also like the issue of shakers is, and why people end up replacing them a lot, even if you like clean them out regularly, half the time people like have to throw their shakers out, it's because they forgot to clean it in the first place, so it just sat there for 3 days with like protein in it.
Yeah.
So like even with the liner, like that's not gonna help.
So
Yeah,
then
but
you could just take that liner out, you throw it out, and then you put a new liner in.
Yeah, but that
And
would
then
have it would
then
have to be a damn good liner though,
It's
because
fresh.
It's a fresh idea,
protein
guys. We're going to
stank-
work on it. I'm making it happen.
We're gonna work on it.
That protein stank though is real bad. So
It
it's
gets dirty. That stinks.
I remember my friend Becca left her
Well-
protein in her bag for like a week the one
Look.
time, and it literally like exploded when she like opened it.
Okay.
To it. It's just
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so here's the thing. If you leave protein in a shaker and you know it's been there more than 2 days,
Just throw it out.
You don't open it. That's a bomb.
Well,
You throw it out.
She made that mistake.
Yeah.
And our dorm paid for it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe fucking Rachel. She was like, "Oh yeah, I still use mine." It's like it still stinks,
Yeah.
but I still use it. I'm like, I couldn't imagine.
That's so funny.
I use milk
I haven't
too, so
heard-
it gets
we haven't
like
heard from
extra
Rachel
grody.
in a while.
Yeah.
I wonder how she's doing. Rachel, if you're listening to this, probably not.
She's not.
I wonder how you're doing.
Yeah, we hope you're doing well. We
Rachel-
also hope you've gotten a new shaker.
Yes, Rachel's a team member on Team Gloff. But yeah, man. Fucking shaker bottles. But yeah, so I got a new razor and it works great. Shaved my legs for the first time and like not ever.
Spicy.
In a long time. I actually have way more leg definition than I thought I did.
Cool.
I also have way more stretch marks than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can shave your ass.
I did. I should have taken your pick.
Don't be jealous, Haley. It's just me.
Well, I know he sent the message to you, forgetting that he also had WhatsApp open.
On my
Yeah.
computer.
And Haley's like, "Who's
All of a
Brady
sudden,
sending
I
ass
look over,
pics
there's
to?"
this picture of his like ass
My
with
ass.
all of his stretch marks, and I'm like, okay. I think I looked at you and I go, why?
Yeah. And Brady's just like smiling.
Because I had to share it with somebody.
Yeah. So funny.
For a moment, I thought about just sending it in the team chat. So
Oh my god.
That's-
Nick would have been like, dude.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
He may have kicked you out for like
Yeah.
5 minutes as a punishment.
Yeah, for 5 minutes.
Oh.
He's like, you gotta go. 5 minutes later.
Time out.
All right, come on back in. Have you learned your lesson?
Penalty box.
Yeah,
Oh my-
total penalty box.
Yeah. But I didn't. I just sent it to Brandon.
Thank you, Brady. I appreciate it.
Uh,
Took one for the team there. No.
yeah.
You started off the message with like, so no homo, dude. What?
Yeah, I was like, oh God, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Good.
That was
Scary
awesome.
sometimes.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turns out my stretch marks actually run all the way down my adductors, like towards my knee,
damn.
and most of the way down my hamstrings.
Damn. That's pretty crazy, dude.
Yeah. So
Adductors
Get
and calves
back.
every day.
adductors and calves. That's right.
Every day.
Yeah. That's the secret, honestly, to anybody that wants bigger legs is seriously just work your adductors and your legs will grow like twice the size they are.
Yo, my legs are way bigger than they used to be.
It's literally just like
it's crazy.
do your compounds and make sure you hit the adductor machine.
Yep.
Like if you do that, you'll grow.
Yeah.
Like, and you will change tremendously.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for when I get all shredded, because even not being shredded, when I take like my check-in photos and I hit like my front, my back relaxed, like I can see my adductors from the back.
Nice.
Sick. So because
Well,
that's
you
like a
also
huge
don't-
part.
You also don't hold the like most of your fat in your
Yeah.
legs, though.
Yeah, I do stay relatively lean through my legs,
Yeah.
which is really funny because in my diet, my legs were one of the last things to get shredded, and then they just kind of stayed lean on the way out.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that is odd.
yeah, I do think.
You've also put on a lot more muscle mass with it too.
Oh, for sure,
So
for sure.
that helps.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. I've heard that every time you diet, where you put fat back on is always just like a little bit different.
Mm.
Every time you do a show, a lot of people that hold, fat in their legs, and then suddenly the next time they have to diet, they no longer are holding fat in their legs and it's moved somewhere else, and or it just comes off easier and those sorts of things. So it'll be cool to see how things, kind of shape up, because it'd be cool if my legs weren't the last thing to come in.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Mine are starting to get leaner now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, once you fully lean down,
Yeah,
you know.
so I definitely hold most of my fat in my legs.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
That's also like a female thing.
That is a lady thing for
It's
sure.
just how it is.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, now I hold most of my fat around my midsection like most dudes. So hopefully at some point I can stop holding most of my fat around my midsection. That'd be cool. But find out. It's just so
it's all just gonna move to one leg.
Just one ass cheek.
Yeah.
Damn. I'll take all my photos from that side.
Yeah.
It's illusions. No, it's not.
It's just my left
actually
ass.
that much bigger than the other one.
Yeah. That's funny.
That would be bad. Nothing would fit right.
Nothing already fits
I mean,
right.
already nothing fits right anymore, but nothing would fit right. At least now everything is equally tight.
Yeah.
But if I just had one like massive ass cheek and the other one was just like fried, like if I pulled a glute, right? And then it like atrophied super hard, none of my pants would fit right.
I'm just picturing you with just one big ass leg and like stretching out one side of your jeans and the other one's just like baggy. Like
Right.
Looks like a saggy diaper on one side.
Yeah. You got one horse leg and then one monkey leg.
Yeah.
You're getting big, man. 146.
Woo!
Woo! That's huge,
Wait.
dude. That's huge.
Yeah, man.
You'll pass
I'm
150
hoping-
pretty soon.
Yeah, that's the goal.
How much are you eating right now? What's your diet look like?
Like 40 grams proteins, 100 grams of carbs in most meals. I'm actually a little bit over like 100 grams of carbs in most of my meals. Like 100 to like 120. And then I still have that freebie meal. And then my fats are like 15, 20, 20 or something like that.
Wow.
That's metabolism.
I know.
It's kind of a curse.
It is. But it sounds nice.
It does until you get into the sport of bodybuilding and then you're like, fuck.
My diet hurts my soul.
Yeah, Brady's not eating enough.
I feel like I eat nothing. Like I feel like I'm dieting again. But all right.
I'm doing okay.
You're doing good. Yeah, I feel like we eat the same amount of food. To be honest.
Still eating like almost 2,000 calories on my like training days, and it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, when this is all done and you reverse back out.
So much food.
Yeah, you'll get to eat so much food. It's gonna be so awesome. You'll get to have a cheat meal like twice a week.
Ben and Jerry's every week.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't take that approach.
No, definitely wouldn't.
I have taken that approach. And it now ended me up where I am.
I don't eat badly anyways.
Yeah.
So.
But Brandon, when you move here, great pointer.
It's like the ET finger. Like,
Yeah, it does. Like kinked. 18.
When you move here,
Straight 170s.
you, my friend, are gonna go to Boomers. Okay. And you're gonna get a burrito, and every burrito is like 1,500 calories. All right.
Thanks.
And you're just gonna put on size like crazy.
Just pure burrito size.
Yes.
Some power Boomers.
Dude, Boomers does it. Seriously.
They also have like other good food too.
They do. Just don't. It's so hard to venture from the burrito for me.
I know. I got the nachos the one time though, and it kind of changed my life.
The nachos.
I think about them a lot. I haven't had them since because it's like really bad.
Just trying to diet, sure.
Yeah.
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 It's so good.
All their food is so good,
Everything just tastes so fresh and just.
But
yeah,
you're gonna show up. You're gonna have a burrito, and you're gonna go, whoa. Dude. Did you see my story with my burrito?
Yeah, the one where you're like almost eating it. It's like bigger than your head.
Yeah, that's
Boomers.
That's the Boomers burrito, my friend.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a game changer for you.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, when you come to a food area such as here, you instantly become
more
anabolic, an easy gainer.
Sure. Yeah, an easy gainer.
It's all literally a 5-minute walk away.
That combined with the ice cream shop's pretty lethal, dude.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. You could easily pick up like 5,000 calories just like on one side of the strip. No lie.
Yeah.
And we can train together. So we're both gonna train like 30% harder.
It would be a pretty anabolic atmosphere.
It would.
Yeah.
It would. Yeah. So
100%. You're
gonna get here within 6 months of you being here, you'll be 200 pounds.
I'll be 200, dude. yeah, literally.
No, within 6 months, 170, 180, I think.
In the next 6 months.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I could. You just said 170, 180.
Yeah.
I could see. Yeah, I could see. This is just me erring on the other side, obviously. Like 165, 170 for sure.
Yeah, we'll make you huge.
That'd be cool to see 180 though.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Dude, 40 pounds, bro. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
You do it. Like, are you still hungry? Let's talk about where you're at with food.
I do have a little bit of room to give. I think I'm not moving like for shit though. Like I won't lie, I'm very immobile now. I go on a walk here or there, but it's really nothing. So
I saw
like when I
story this morning.
Yeah, I love that horse. Yeah, that's Chomps. I was thinking I wanted to rename him Buddy though, because I call him Buddy a lot. But I was like, I don't know, Chomps Buddy. I'll let you guys know.
I'll let you.
Yeah.
Keep you in the loop.
I bought some carrots. I was feeding him carrots today.
Saw that.
I bought those carrots because of you, Brady. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat these carrots while I just cook my chicken today.
Fed them to the horses.
Yeah, I gave some to the horses too.
Was that a conversation that we had, or did you watch my YouTube video?
No, I just watched. Oh, fuck yeah! And I saw your YouTube video. It was funny as fuck,
dude.
I liked it.
I threw so many memes in there.
Yeah, I like that. That was funny. It was a fun video for sure. Yeah, so slightly inspired to buy some carrots and shared some love with Chomps, and yeah. He actually let me pet him like way more than he usually does too.
You gave him carrots, man.
I gave him some carrots. Yeah, he got real close. Got a little cheek scratch in there. Yeah, that was nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. Wow, we're gonna get you huge.
Oh yeah.
When are you moving?
I don't know. We gotta check my.
What's it looking like?
Gotta check Brandon's budget sheet.
I think I saw 3 months in there.
I think I did too. Yeah, man.
When is that? April, May, June, July 1st, baby.
Yeah, dude, July. Yep. If all goes according to plan.
That's when we're moving, dude. We can move in together.
And then we'll be let's see. What is this? We'll be 180 by September, yeah? October?
Sure.
All right.
I'll still be in off season, so.
Oh, I lost this. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. So we can do the eating things.
The eating things.
Or maybe I'll start a diet and I'll just give my weight to you.
Please.
You gain at the same rate I lose.
My God, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think I'm gonna have a lot of weight to lose, to be honest. I don't know why.
You could probably lose like 15, 20 pounds.
Oh, I'm probably going to lose like 30, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like from here though, but like after. Yeah.
Yeah. All said and done. Yeah. If I lost 40 right now, I'd be the same weight I was when I finished.
When you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm probably a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, I think so. For sure.
What?
My mom saw him the other weekend. She goes, Brady got big.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Since freaking Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And you've been putting in work.
Just
Yes.
slowly adding. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I've been sitting at the same weight for months now, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
For a good cause.
That's all right. Now we're gonna do the pumpy shit, and the pumpy
Mhm.
shit's gonna get me massive.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually excited to see how I respond to it.
I think you're gonna respond to it really
just
well.
because, it is higher rep and there's more intensity techniques, and I'm wondering if these
so
sorts
out
of things.
breath.
I know. No,
True.
I do cardio every day now. I've done
For
cardio
like a week.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
They always catch you in the beginning, Brady.
I'm just saying. I've been on my shit. I've been good about it. I do my fucking Instagram live every day. And like one person comes on and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, it helps so much just to like chat with somebody.
Yeah.
The time just like flies by.
Yeah. Whenever I'm on the elliptical at HealthWorks, I just like slowly die on the inside because all I can do is just stare at the clock.
Yeah, it's over as soon as you check the time. It's over.
I instead try and focus on like the speed I'm going at and like try and keep it above a certain point instead of looking at the time that's passed.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm on the elliptical for 30 minutes, that means I will be able to listen to X amount of songs. So then I'll start like counting down the songs as we go. And I'm like, okay, and then in my last 3 minutes, I'll slow it down to bring my heart rate back down and it'll be fine. And then I look and I think it's been like 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, 7 minutes. Great.
3.5. Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah, no, the Instagram live makes all that stuff just fucking move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's nice.
Good.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been on top of it. I'm getting my heart in check.
Yep.
Gonna get all this pumpy shit. It's gonna be awesome. And then I'm just gonna blow up like a balloon.
Hell yeah.
I hope.
Please.
I don't know, like SpongeBob where he gets like the blow up arms to just
like this is one of those things where I put in so much time and effort and like getting strong, knowing that I wasn't like optimally putting on muscle getting strong, so that I'm hoping I kind of reap the benefits of the amount of runway that I've given myself. So this is a change for me. It's like, all right, we're gonna see if all this fucking time we just put in has been worth it, kind of thing. So
I think it's gonna pay off pretty big, dude. Because honestly, like that's what I say to like a lot of the kids that just kind of brute the weight that they do and they're strong. I'm like, I tell them all the time, I'm like, dude, you're strong. If you just like came back a little bit and like felt something, you could, you would be using loads that are way heavier than all these other people, which means you're just going to get that much of a stimulus from your set. Like if you're just able to put it somewhere, but like they just grunt shit out and, it's just like really high loads and they're strong. But if they could just use that strength, taper back a little bit and then put it into a set of like 12 or 15, it's like, damn, you could really make some crazy progress. That's exactly where you're headed at, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
Because you're going to be doing all this stuff that people do already, but you're going to be doing it with loads that are like 3 to 4 times heavier than them.
Yeah, it's going to be sick.
It's going to be rad.
Actually, I want to see. Oh, man, he did change my barbell row.
No.
Straight sets now. Straight sets at 12 to 16.
Interesting. 12 to 16.
Yeah. No. I'm not going to get to touch my 4-plate row for so long. I'm so close. I'm like 20 pounds off.
Damn. Damn, dude. You'll be back though. You'll be back. I was afraid he was gonna pull my row. I hope he doesn't pull my row.
We'll see.
Yeah, I like literally
It'll
just
either
started.
be a row or your RDL, and I doubt he's gonna take out your RDL.
Yeah, I'd rather get. I don't know. I mean, I actually did hit my row goal, so I have yet to hit my RDL goal. So I'd prefer he pulled the row over the RDL if there was a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the goals we wrote for you? Remember when we did that?
I do remember doing it. I don't remember the goals we set.
Me either.
Yeah.
I think you wrote them down somewhere.
Probably.
I remember you were writing them down when we were talking about them.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man,
It's gone. I'll have to reflect back on that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it was like 3 cookies on the RDL probably. I think 2.5 plates for my row. I can't really remember the rest though.
Everything is 0 RIR. As it should be.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even think I could train like not 0 RIR anymore. Like I don't think I'd be able to go, okay, I need to stop here.
Yeah. I also feel that.
You know? It'd be weird.
It would be weird. Could you imagine like an RIR 5? I'd just be
Imagine you're just like grooving in a set and you're like, oh, time to stop.
Yep. I've seen it happen.
And
like
it does. It does. Because that's what happens when most people just like are married to a rep, right?
Yeah.
They have to get 8 reps. And as soon as they get 8 reps, they're done.
Yeah. That's where I see it. That's where you'll definitely see it the most is when people pick a target rep range and then they just call it.
Yeah. It's a really hard one to overcome. Right?
Yeah, it's weird because you say 12 to 15, someone's like, okay, I'm gonna hit 12 to 15. And then I always put like when they get to like 12, I'm like, nice, 3 more to 15 now. And then they'll get to like 14. And I'll be like, hey, if you want to do more outside of 15, I'm not gonna stop you. That's usually what I say to like my clients, and then they're like, ah, you asshole.
Yeah. It's like I use the rep range to try and help determine the weight that I'm going to pick. But I also try to just go into the set as if it's an AMRAP.
Yeah.
Right.
Always.
The rep range determines my weight that I'm picking because I want to fall within that range. So this is my assumption. If I do this weight, I will. But I approach the set as if I'm just going to do it as many times as I possibly can. Right. Yeah. And we'll see if I fall in that range. And if I do, then good. If I don't, I know which way to make an adjustment for next time, right? That's why we write down things in the logbook.
Yep.
You know,
the way Nick explained it to me when like this was like years ago before we even like kind of had concepts like this of like RIR. This is like RIR came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah. It's pretty new.
It actually could have been an Isertel thing. I'm not sure because it may have come out when MIV and MRV were coming out as well, like max recoverable volume and minimum effective volume and things like that.
Yeah.
But like Nick explained it, he was like, yeah, like the weight self-selects the rep range. And for some reason, I was like, I just remember being like mind bent about that for a second, but it makes obvious sense. It's like when you have, 60 pounds in your hands, you're only going to be able to do 60 pounds for so many reps. So it's self-selected already, and then just depending on what rep range you fall within, then you can kind of select your loads.
Yeah. And that's why, like with a lot of powerlifting splits, you'll see just percentages, right? Because the percentage is there with the assumption that if it's actually this percentage of your 1 rep max, you can do it this many times.
Yeah.
Right. That's the concept there. And powerlifters are probably some of the most advanced trainees in the lifting community. They just don't actually know the direct science behind what they're doing. They're super good at putting on muscle and getting strong as fuck. right? Because they understand effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they understand how to take something to failure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they understand how to train submaximally and rest periods and periodization of a training program. And then, you know, peak performance, right? They understand all of that. They just don't really put a science to it. They're like, yeah, we just do this, and that's how we get stronger.
Yeah.
And really, the same exact thing applies to hypertrophy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just not it's not looked at enough. But powerlifters are super good at putting on muscle and training, and better than most people that go, I want to be a bodybuilder. Right.
I agree that it definitely takes way more programming. Like it does take a little bit more skill in terms of programming. I mean, not, you could take either or to like great lengths. Like Nick's programming is hard to stumble across there. And then you've got like certain powerlifting programs that are also, they've got some like their own intricacies and like some well thought out, you know, plans to kind of mitigate fatigue and prioritize recovery. And, you know, you're maxing, like I actually have a friend that I kind of just met in the gym who's a power lifter, and he programs pretty intelligently when it comes to powerlifting. So he'll like max out every week. He'll only run this block for like, he said recently he'll only run the block for like 4 to 6 weeks just because it's like a good deal on his body. But he said that like throughout the week you'll be maxing out every muscle group one time, and then you'll have like exercise variations where you're doing like speed work and you know, rest pauses, like intraset intensifiers, things like that. Just kind of like harp on skill and strength and things like that. And it's like, yeah, like there's a decent amount of programming and intelligence that has to go behind that programming for sure. So it's not like, you know, on both ends, you know.
Powerlifters are great at training.
Yeah.
They are very good at training and
the two guys
you
at our
know,
gym
working through their body.
Yeah. They're very proficient movers too.
Yeah. They focused on the right things first.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because every time, so there's two guys that powerlift at our gym that they go earlier in the day, so you wouldn't really see them.
My God.
But I like love watching them because everything they do is just like, it looks so methodical. Like everything is thought out, like their warm-ups and like their prep work that they do, and like each set, it's just
Yeah, it's pretty cool to have a program like that where you're doing like chain work or band work, or speed work, and or rest pauses. Like he even had like just eccentric days where like he would just eccentrically load something, or like walkouts, like things like that is like, those are like things that you would not find in a bodybuilding program. Like you won't find walkouts, you know. They just don't have like a place in there, but it's something that has a place in a powerlifting program.
Yeah, I was talking about that with over the weekend. I saw my old supervisor from my internship, and we were talking about how like I started doing powerlifting and stuff. And I told him I was struggling with my squats. He goes, "Well, do you do walkouts?" And I was like, "No." And he was
what?
Yeah, and he was like, "You should walk out with like all this weight on your back. Like do like a semi squat, hold it for like 10 seconds, and then just re-rack it.
Yeah.
And then go down in weight, because then when you get to your working weight, it feels like nothing on your back.
Yeah.
So
something
like,
I've never done.
Yeah. I mean, you would never really think to do it, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that's one of those things that you have to take a look at why you're actually failing a movement. And if it's mental, then that's a decent thing to do. But if it's not mental, it probably doesn't actually hold that much merit.
Well, yeah, but
I think there's a small degree of neuromuscular stuff happening as well.
Yeah.
We're just having that load on you as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've done band and chain work before in college, because like for our lifting program for swimming, we did that kind of stuff. But our training was very, I mean, because it was the strength coach at Brockport, it was very like West Side based training, which was okay. I mean, I don't think it had, was very relevant to every single sport at Brockport, like how we had it programmed, but it does have its place. I mean, and it does help with powerlifters. But
that was Ed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Ed.
Yep.
That man yelled at me my senior year and said if I didn't become a powerlifter after I was done swimming, I was being really stupid. Well, because I was one of the strongest girls on the swim team, and like I wasn't afraid to like move weight around. I mean, weight scared me, but like I would do it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Yeah, if you don't go into powerlifting, like you're dumb." I'm like, "Okay."
Right.
Also, I'm small, like I'm short, like my body is.
Yeah, your center mass is low.
For it, like.
Yeah.
My supervisor was also like, "You also have pretty long arms, like for your body." So the fact that you're short and you have like longer arms helps. I'm like, yeah. Little monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you'd have like a pretty sick deadlift then though.
My favorite.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I love deadlifting.
Yeah. That's probably why, because you're like mechanically like just built for it.
Especially now that we've like worked on like my setup, it's helped so much. I can actually get the weight off the ground now without being like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I get to my knees and I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
That's how you get the glutes though.
I know. There's some days, especially the days where like my pole and my leg days like end up next to each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, my hamstrings and my ass are just like, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I tried to make it so that
sometimes it just falls.
Yeah, if you miss it, well, there will always be one of them that they fall together, but I tried to program them so that your pull previous to that leg day or that leg day was easier. One of the two,
There was I don't
remember.
I just remember I think I was just like really tired that week anyways, but like I remember my pause deadlifts were like the day before I had to go and back squat, and I was just like, fuck me. Like,
yeah.
My whole like posterior chain was just like shot.
Yeah. That's how I feel after I like row on my last day, like of my split. And then I have RDLs like the following new split. So I'm like, shit. Like kind of fried right now.
Yeah. It's gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It's okay to be tired sometimes, Like,
yeah.
There's still work that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Absolutely.
That's another thing powerlifters are really good at. Is just training when everything hurts and still making progress. They're like, oh, this sucks. My knees are broken. But fuck it, we're going to deadlift today.
Yeah, they are really good at training through pain.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. And they still make progress.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of progress.
Yeah.
I think I'm mentally starting to get tougher.
Yeah. Mentally, powerlifters are just fucking crazy.
True.
The really good ones they're crazy. They just fucking live through whatever the fuck they want. So anyway. But
I do gotta get going soon.
Yeah, you got it. You got a client. You got a client. I got a train. I got to train. So I think we've been on for like hour and a half-ish. Maybe a little bit more. But yeah, well, we'll probably wrap this episode up. If you're still listening, thank you. We appreciate you. If you have any questions for us, you can drop them to either Brandon or I, or you can just comment them below. And follow Haley on Instagram. I'll put her link in the description.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll even change. Well, you'll know if I changed it or not. the backdrop for this whole thing. If you haven't yet, and you're one of the people who blindly watch this every week, and you haven't subscribed, I know there's only like 80% of you. Hit that subscribe button.
Not that we're counting.
Hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. and it helps us a bit. So we'll catch you next Wednesday because we're dropping these on Wednesdays now.
Yee.
Alrighty. Yee. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just click the next video.
Nice.
Nice. Hi guys.
Peace.